Hi, my name is Fumi. How does it go again? Hi, my name is Fumi. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things healing, beauty, and entrepreneurship. Be sure to like and subscribe. Today, we are talking about how to detach. Today, I'm going to give you three things to help you detach easier, okay? So, if there's something that you're like, I need to get this out of my life, but I just don't know how, keep watching. I feel like I'm a self proclaimed detaching queen. It took a lot of practice. It's not something that's easy to learn. If you want to have a peaceful life, successful life, it's very important to know how to detach from things, okay? The first thing you need to think about when you're trying to detach for something is the more you hold on to it, the deeper your self betrayal wound grows, okay? And that's something that I feel like unlocked something for me and helped me detach easier from situations and people that I didn't need to be around. Healing self betrayal goes hand in hand with trusting yourself, right? And if you don't trust yourself, it's really, really hard to like get that back. You know what I mean? And when you make decisions that prevent yourself from feeling betrayal, you thank yourself down the line. It's such a good feeling. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a story time. Okay, literally, a few years ago, I was dating this guy that, he wasn't right for me. Like, come on, tale is old as time. Tale is old as time. He wasn't right for me. And like, I remember one time we were talking about something and he was like, I don't deserve you. Literally, those are the words. And anyone knows if somebody sits here and tells you, I don't deserve you better believe them the first time. You are better off being like, you're right. You absolutely right. And the thing is, after he said that to me, it kept bouncing around in my head, y'all. Like I just could not like get it out of my head for the life of me. And like I was like, this just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. And over time, I just started to think about the relationship, and eventually we did break up. But thinking back at the time, like, dang, like I wish I like remove myself from that situation sooner. You know what I mean? If you can make these type of beneficial decisions for yourself in a small situation like this, it's gonna be easier for you to make big, big decisions, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, number two, you deserve a life of balance. Whatever you're holding on to is jeopardizing that, okay? I want you to know that. I want you to think about that for a second, okay? If you're anything like me that has been through a lot of different traumas and you are just on this journey of finding peace of mind, you can relate when I say that. When you go through situations in life where everything just seems so heightened and so big, eventually when you have your own space and time, you do want to experience a life of balance. And it's important for you to know that the more you detach from something, the closer you get to that life of balance. Think about, how can I create more of a balance for myself in my life? So yeah, number three, the final thing that I'm going to give you, you just might be delaying your blessings. That's something that's kind of like it hits you in the chest, like, dang, like, because sometimes in certain situations, God is really like, okay, I'm ready to bless you. I'm ready to answer that prayer. But you keep going around Molly Mae and Sally Sue. And I don't want you to be around Molly Mae and Sally Sue because they're gonna be very toxic around this new blessing that you have. So if you don't finally distance yourself from Molly Mae and Sally Sue, I'ma hold off until you do. God knows what is gonna happen. So it's like, until you make your ground a fertile ground for these blessings, they're not really gonna come. So sometimes it is in your hands. Like, I know we love to say, "Oh, God's timing is always right." Oh, I kind of hit that. But like, sometimes it is on you. Like, God is like, I'm ready. Like, and you're sitting here holding on to something that you should have been got rid of like years ago. I have experienced this firsthand. hand. Like whenever I started my career, so I was writing down like my career goals in college and all this, I always knew I wanted to be like a speaker. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. And I knew I wanted to speak on a panel. And right after I graduated college, maybe a few months after, I got a job. I learned so much while I was there. I believe every experience you take something from it. But one thing that I noticed was that, like, my talents weren't really being recognized, and my passions weren't really being recognized and weren't really being noticed. I would speak up about certain opportunities and things that I wanted, and they would get ignored. Like, for example, I was like, oh, I really want to join this organization for entrepreneurs because I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur down the line. And they were like, well, we'll get to that. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. We'll situate you in this and then we'll get to that, right? Things that I wanted was just getting pushed to the side. And literally after I left that job, I was able to speak at my first panel, and maybe like a few months after that, and that opportunity came to me. I'm grateful because I was eventually able to get that opportunity. And I feel like part of the reason why I got that opportunity was because I left that environment. You know what I'm saying? When you're in an environment like that, that doesn't recognize your talents and passions and gifts, it's going to be a little bit hard for you to recognize it yourself. And for anyone who's worked a 9 to 5, a lot of times you be working at 9 to 5. Maybe you squeeze in a hobby and then you go to bed. The next day you wake up and do the 9 to 5 again. In the weekends you just want to rest and crash. You know what I mean? This is, you're spending 40 hours a week at this place. Do you not think that's going to affect or influence your thought process? It's going to. Yeah, that's the third thing. I kind of went on a little rant there, but yeah, those are the three things I just gave you to help you detach. Remember, the more you hold on, the deeper your self betrayal wound grows. Number two, you deserve a life of balance, and whatever you're holding on to may be jeopardizing that. And number three, you might be delaying your blessings. That's what I have to say to you guys. Let me know how you liked this video. Have you guys ever held on to something that you should have let go of? Tell me about it. I'm nosy. I want to know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.